Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Hariom Suryansi, and in today's video we are going to look into there are three more data types, or we can say data types in collection modules. So the third one is two already we discussed in the first part of this video. The third one is we can say this one DQ module. Okay, DQ here. Okay, so this is the just quickly we will start session. Don't waste time. Okay, so let's see. It's a class collection. Okay, it is part of the it is a one class from collection module. Okay, so let's see. This is iterable, and let me keep it okay, so it will take any iterable. Okay, and let's see how a DQ sort for double-ended queue. Okay, it is a double-ended queue and is a data structure that allows efficient insertion and removal of elements from both ends. Okay, it allows insertion and deletion from both ends. It can be visualized as a list where elements can be added or removed from either the front or the back. Okay, so data can be entered from the front or back. Okay, and it is from both the ends. Okay, so these points you need to keep in mind. And methods in DQ, so we are going to look into it. So first will be the append x. This method add elements x in the right side of the DQ. Okay, append method insert data in the right side of the queue. Okay, so like for example, first of all, simply what you need to do, just from collections import DQ, and you just need to create this DQ using D. Okay, just you need to create D is equal to DQ, and here it will just simple list 1 2 3, and it will be your DQ. Okay, and whenever you will append D dot append 4, so it will insert data at the end of the list like 1 2 3 and 4. So the data will be inserted in the right side of the queue. Okay, so the output will be 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's move ahead. So this is the second method is that append left. Okay, so this is the second method, that is append left. This method also adds element x to the left side of the DQ. Okay, it also adds element in the list, but it adds from the left side of the queue. Okay, so let's see. This is simply import DQ from collection module. Simply you are creating queue here, and now you are just d dot append left 0. Okay, so what will happen? The now output will be 0 1 2 and 3, because it is appending from the left side of the queue. Okay, so you can see this is output here. Okay, this is in the left side. So this is what append left methods do. And let's move to the third method, that is clear. The method removes all elements from the DQ, leaving it empty. Okay, so whenever you use d dot clear over here, okay, so just let me, what happened? Yeah. Okay, so whenever you use d dot clear, so it will remove the all elements from the list, and the output will be empty DQ, empty DQ. Okay, and let's move ahead. Okay, so copy, the method creates a shallow copy of the DQ. Okay, it creates shallow copy of the DQ. Okay, if you are not aware about the copy and deep copy, so we have another advanced we can say advanced lecture on copy, deep copy, and shallow copy, so you can refer it. Okay, it is available in this playlist itself. Okay, so from collection import DQ, so this is simply Q you are creating, DQ you are creating, and this is the you are using copy here. Okay, d dot copy, so it will just create the shallow copy. Okay, and the output will be the same 1 2 3. Okay, and let's move ahead with this thing. What happened here? Okay, so let's see a copy we saw. Now we will look into the count. This method counts the number of DQ elements equal to X. Okay, so let's see simply from collections import DQ, and this is the DQ you are initializing with the 1, 2, 2, and 3. These are the elements in this DQ. So just you are writing over here D dot D dot. The pan is very slow. Okay, so pan is slow. So let's see D dot count. 2 here, okay, and you will get just output of the count of this 2. This value 2 is here, the count of this 2 is, we can say this 2 is available 2 times in this list, so it will give you the output 2. Okay, now let's move to the extend iterable. Okay, so it will be like it will, if you want to, let's see, the method extend the right side of the DQ by appending elements from the iterable arguments. So it means that from collection import DQ, just simply D is equal to DQ, and inside that you are putting value 1 comma 2 comma 3, and d dot extend means this is another list that you want to extend in this first list, that is D. Okay, so whenever you put extend, so it will add these all elements at the right side of the this first list. Okay, like simple, you can see 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and this next move to the extend left, it is simply like append left. Okay, it is similar like append left. So this method extend the left side of the DQ by appending elements from the iterable arguments. Note that the order of elements in the iterable arguments is reversed in the DQ. Okay, this is the interview question. Okay, this is the interview question. If you are applying for any data scientist role, so this can be important question for you. Okay, so let's see why this is important, because whenever you extend left, so you can see this is 3 4 and 5, right? So when you are extending left, when you are using d dot extend left, so this one or two you are like, if you think like the output will be like this one. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, you think the output will be like this, but you can see here iterable argument is reversed in the queue, so it will be like 2 1 and then 3 4 and 5. Okay, so this will be the output, okay, in this extend left. Okay, so this can be the interview question for you all, because it creates simple, or we can say little bit confusion. Okay, so keep in mind. Or okay, let's move ahead with this thing. And okay, so index. Okay, so index, so this method returns the position of x in the DQ starting from start index, default is the beginning, and searching up to stop index, default is the end. It raises a value error if x is not found. Okay, so let's understand with the help of example. So whenever, like, this is the simple DQ, you are initializing 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 2 4. Okay, and d dot index 2. Okay, so you want uh, and this 2 is available in which index. Okay, so let's see this d dot index. Let's see. Hmm, this d dot, the d dot index you put, and you put this 2. Okay, so you are searching for this element 2, you are searching index for this element 2, so you will get for this particular code, you will get output 0 1. Okay, you will get output for this 1. Okay, index you will get 1, but when you put d dot index, because this is by default, you can see it is start by default, it is start index is by default, it we can say, and search up to the stop index, and by default it is end. Okay, it is the end of the list, by default it is end of the list. But when you put this is the 2 is the index, 2 is the value for which you want to search index, and the 2, the second 2 is here, the second 2 is here, what, it is the start index from which index you want to search. So I want to search from the second index, means from this to this 4, 2 3 4, from this to this I want to search this 2. So now you will get output as a 0 1 2 3. You will get output as a 3 for this index 1. Okay, in this index 1 variable you will get 3 as output, because in this given range 2 to 4, you can see in the 2 to 4 is what, if you are aware about the 2 to 4 slicing, so 2 to 4 is 0 1 2 3 4. So 3 to 4 I want to check this 2 value is present or not. So yeah, it is present, so the index of it is 0 1 2 3. So we will get output as a 3 for this index 1. Okay, for this index 1 we will get output as a 3. So this is all about index. Let's move ahead. Okay, so insert. Okay, so this is I x, the method insert element x into the DQ at position I. Okay, so now what is happening, this I is the index. Okay, whenever you are using this d dot insert, so I means this is I is the position where you want to insert, and this is the x, that value you want to insert. Okay, I is the position and x is the value. So you can see in the index number index 1, I want to insert this value 4. Okay, so whenever I will put d dot insert 1 comma 4, so it will insert 4 in the index 1. So the output will be 1 comma 4 comma 2 3, because this 4 is inserted in the index 1 and now it is in the index 1. Okay, this 4 is available in index 1, so this is insert. Let's move ahead with the next 10th method. Okay, this is remove value. This method remove the first occurrence of value from the deque. If the value is not found, it reads the value error. Okay, so let's see, from collection import deque, d is equal to deque 1 2 3 2 4, and now d dot remove. Okay, so what it will do, it will remove the first occurrence of this 2 in this list. So first occurrence of 2 in this list is this one. Okay, so this is the this was like, this was list, this list was 3 2 and 4. Okay, so this is the first occurrence, so it will remove. So the output will be 1 3 2 4. Okay, so you can see 1 3 2 4. So this will be the use of this remove, d dot remove. Whenever you will do d dot remove, so it will remove the first occurrence of that value from the given deque. Okay, let's move to the next, reverse. Okay, this method reverse the element of the deque in place and returns none. Okay, it means that this method reverse the list itself, deque itself. Okay, no, sorry, it is a deque, so it will reverse the deque itself. So the first deque is 1 2 3, and these are the elements, so we are just reversing it. So it will give us 3 2 and 1. Okay, and we are printing. So understand, this is reversing this particular variable itself. Okay, so you can see here, in place. In place means that it is reversing the variable itself and returns none. Okay, if you will store it in any other variable, so like if you will see c is equal to, you will do c is equal to d dot, okay, d dot reverse. So c will return you none. Okay, c is equal to none. Okay, so you will get c is equal to none. Okay, so let's see, rotate is equal to none. Let's see, rotate here now. Okay, so rotate here is, you can see, rotate n is equal to 1. This method rotates the deque n steps to the right. If n is negative, it rotates the left. Okay, so this is simply used for the rotation of the queue. Okay, like if you d dot rotate, so it will rotate it from the index 2 0 1 2. Okay, so you can see output 4 5 1 2 3. So it is after this index 2, it is rotating this, we can say, this deque. Okay, so deque, like 0 1 0 1 and 2, and after this it will rotate it. So it will be 4 5 and 1 2 3. Okay, this is the rotation of the this deque. Okay, and if you will use minus 1 here, so minus 1 means this 5. Okay, this minus 5 is, okay, so this 5 will 5 will be in, like, this 5 will be first, and then it will be 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so this is the rotation, this is the positive rotation, this is the negative rotation. 2, it will be 0 1 2, and this is negative index rotation. So this is minus, you can say, minus 1 will be this minus 1. Okay, this is the minus 1 element, so it will rotate from here. So you will get out this output 5 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's move ahead. The fourth one is default deque. Okay, default deque. Okay, so let's move ahead. Default dict. Okay, sorry, default dict. Okay, default dict is a class in the Python collection module that inherits from the built-in dict class. It is a specialized dictionary implementation that provides a default value for keys that are not present in the dictionary. The default value is specified as a callable object or data type at a time of creating the default dict. Okay, so let's see, creating a default dict. You can create a default dict by passing a callable objects or data types. as a default factory. Okay, the explanation is everything you can see. This is the default dict and list. Okay, so this is, you are creating default dict and you want the data as a, it will be in the list form. Okay, so by default, whenever you create any whenever you want to access data, so it will be in the list form. Okay, by default the value will be in the list form. Okay, so that's why it is giving us as a default dict. Okay, that's why it is default dict. By default you can define what type of data it will store: list, dictionary data, or integer or string, whatever. Okay, so let's move ahead. Default values for missing keys. Okay, by default values it will be 0. Okay, but when accessing a key that does not exist in the default dict, it returns the default value instead of raising a key error. Okay, adding items to the default dict, you can add items to a default dict just like a regular dictionary. Okay, from collection import default dict, and you will just create default dict and round brackets int, the integer type of data you want to insert in this default dict for each key. So this is the key apple and I want to insert 5, banana I want to insert 2. Okay, so you will get this output as a default dict. Okay, and now accessing item in a default dict, you can access items in a default dict using square brackets notation just like a regular dictionary. Okay, so I'm not wasting time here because these all are the simple things, you just need to go through it. And I'm also going through, just you will just go through this video so you can understand the use cases and methods or whatever the functionality you can use. Okay, so then default factory. Okay, so you can check what is the default factory of this d.default factory. Okay, like what type of data it is storing for each values. Okay, and now iterating over a default dict, so it is similar like our normal dictionary. Okay, and seventh thing is using custom default factories. Like you can say default values, you can put, if like normally it gives you 0 by default. Okay, but you can modify it and you can write your own default value function. Okay, default value will be none. Okay, you can see default value is none. Okay, above we are passing in above code, or above just 2-3 minutes ago we saw this, that we pass it default dict and we passed here list. Okay, you if you are if you go through this video, so default it and we are passing list inside that. Okay, so it is inbuilt class. Okay, and but now we are writing our own this default factory. Okay, so default value will be this return none, because this default value function is returning na over here. Okay, so whenever if we are accessing key that is not available in the default dict, so it will give output as an na. But by default, if I will pass like any integer value or something, so it will print 0. Or if I will pass list, so it will give me as a empty list. Or if I will pass dict, so it will give me dict, empty dict. Or uh, for tuple it will give me this square bracket, empty square bracket. Okay, so this is how you can create your own uh, default value or default factory. Okay, now the fifth one is named tuple. Okay, this is named tuple is a factory function from the Python collection module that creates a new class which is subclass of a tuple. This new class represents the named tuple where each element in the tuple has a name as well as index. Okay, so accessing elements using a dot notation. So this is the name tuple, this is the structure, this is here you are, this is the name. Okay, this is the name of the tuple and these are the we can say index. Okay, we can, each tuple has a name and well as index. Okay, so x by, so here you are putting p dot x, and this is the dot method of accessing p dot x. So p dot x will give us the output 2, because in the x we are storing 2 and in the y we are storing 5. So this is the name of the this name tuple and these are the index. Let's see, indexing and slicing. Okay, so this is the indexing and slicing. So you can use, this is a simple name tuple we have created over here. Okay, and this is 0.2 comma 5 p0 p1 p colon. Okay, so it will give from the geo index, it will give output from the first index, and it will, this column means it will start from the, it will by default it will be 0 and the ending index will be 3. So it will give me output as a 2 and 5 here. Okay, so this is all about slicing, and let's move ahead. Okay, let's move ahead. This is iterable, so simply you can iterate from it value for value in p. So simple iteration you can do. And mutability, immutability. Okay, like p dot x, if you want to change the from the if you are aware tuple is immutable. Okay, so you cannot change the value of tuples. Okay, so here also it happens, it will raise value if you want to change any value in the tuple. Okay, so p dot x, if you want to change here it is 2, but you want to replace it with 10, so raise an attribute error, can't set attribute. Okay, type and classes, so here it will be, you will get type and type of point, so it will select type and name is equal to point. So these are the not important, but just say, and this is simply you will use p1 plus p2. So it is tuple operations you can perform p1 dot 2. So it will perform like this thing: 2 5 x is equal to 2, pi is equal to 5, x is equal to 2, pi is equal to 5. Because p1 into 2, p1 is 2 5, so it will repeat it 2 times. Okay, but whenever you will use p1 plus p2, so it will plus p like x 2 plus 4 and 5 plus 9, so it will give you 6 plus 9 plus 5 is equal to 14. Okay, so this is the field attribute, you want to get the list of the fields, so point dot underscore field, and same make method is there. Okay, make, so you will get output has a p dot make values, so just you will put the tuple for this and you will get the values over here. Okay, so these are the important things, this much or the important, this is the next one is OrderDict also. So this is also, I'm providing notes, so you can go through the notes. Okay, so it will be good for you. So that's all for the today's session, and we are moving to with the some other topics in with this when say Python advanced topics. So we are working on that. So stay tuned.